Self-confidence.
Self-confidence is the most attractive quality a person can have. How can anyone see how great you are if you can't see it yourself?
Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another one of our now weekly public service announcements of the Nerd Nation. And this one, as the title would suggest, is all about confidence and, more importantly, self-confidence. The reason that I chose, and first let me preface this by saying that I certainly have no credentials. I'm not a psychologist, a motivational speaker, a psychiatrist, or a doctor, although I do sometimes play one on TV. But I have been at both ends of the spectrum throughout my life. I have been at a point where I lacked just confidence in almost anything that I said or did. And then I've also been at a point, I think now I'm closer to a point where I don't let things that others say negatively impact me. I do not worry as much about what others think with things because I really do have, I think, I wouldn't say I have it down pat, but I'd say I have a better grip on it than I maybe did 10 or 15 or 20 years ago in the self-confidence or the confidence department. Now, the reason that I wound up coming up with this one for this week's public service announcement is really I've received a number of private messages, talking about some of the different things that we did a few weeks ago with being the best you can be now. And also, I've been receiving a lot of different thoughts and ideas. A lot of them are just kind messages about what I'm doing, but different suggestions. People are really feeling like they're a part of something, and they have the confidence that I'm going to listen to them, that I am going to praise them for their ideas. Although we can't use every idea or every thought that's out there and implement everyone, I certainly do try to get back to everyone as quickly as I can on things. And I think that that's giving others the confidence with their artwork. We have a gentleman now that's a subscriber and has been a long-time subscriber that's now writing the descriptions for for Toriko and for One Piece as well. We have a number of different artists that are just kind of breaking out of their shell and saying, well, I thought I was okay, but I'm really excited to go and show this off now and get positive input from others. So my point is that I think that there's a lot of folks, not in just this community, just in life in general, that are lacking in the confidence department. My wife, for instance, is one of those people. She's an absolutely lovely person to talk to once she kind of opens up and breaks out of her shell, her shyness, and when she has the confidence that when she's talking to you, that she has something worthy to bring to the conversation, and she feels at home and she feels good about herself. But till this day, there's times that I'm just like, geez, why didn't you say something more when we were in that meeting about one of our sons, with the teachers? She lacked the confidence because she feels like if she doesn't have a teaching degree or some of that background, that maybe her input is less valued than somebody else's. So I actually went and put together, and I had kind of wrote some things. I've been thinking about this for the last few days, and a lot of it is because of some of the private messages that I've gotten from many of you. And I'm not going to share anybody's names because I know a lot of these messages that I get are personal and private things, experiences in your lives that you're sharing with me, but you don't want me to share with others. So we're not going to get into any details on that. I just know that certainly I know how it feels when you have that lack of confidence. It really cripples you in every way. And I also have seen and heard a lot of different comments about from people in the community that they lack confidence, especially because they feel like they're different, because they nobody knows or nobody identifies with or nobody wants to go and find out about their love for manga, for anime, for comics, for movies, for video games, whatever it may be. And ultimately, that's where a lot of confidence comes from. I'm 35 years old, okay, and I'm sitting here and I'm reading One Piece, I'm reading Toriko, I'm reading Attack on Titan, there'll be others that'll follow, I'm collecting figures, all kinds of stuff, and I am not for 1 second worried about what outside influence thinks. Friends, family, co-workers, anybody that just happens to stop on by, Jehovah's Witnesses, that dude down the street, right, that's begging for change. It doesn't matter. I don't really care what they think. And it's not that attitude of, it's not a cockiness, it's not a, I don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck, okay? I do care, but I feel that what I am doing and what I am reading, that I can sit and I can put it on par, and I could sit and discuss this with a writer, okay, a writer that sits and writes novels, all right? And I could go and I could bring up and make a great argument for why One Piece, in just the 200 and some odd brief chapter experience that I've had with it, is right on par with any type of major motion picture, TV series, comic book, novel series, anything that you could possibly imagine that's been serialized and done week after week or month after month. I could put it up there, and I could argue real damn good for it being just as good, if not better, of a medium for entertainment. I can do that because I have the confidence that I don't give a shit about what other people think if they want to go and down me for and be negative with me for what I'm doing and for what I choose to do with my free time. I personally do not think that it's childish. I don't think that it's geeky or nerdy or stupid at all. And to tell you the truth, I just kind of wanted to go and bring some of this out in the forefront, and hopefully, if maybe just one or two of you, and hopefully it's more than that, can come away from this video thinking about it in a positive light and thinking, you know what? I can have more confidence in myself and in what I do. Because a lot of us in our daily lives, we lack that. We've been told that it's difficult to break into this industry because of this and this and that, the roadblocks that are put in the way. So automatically our confidence dwindles, right? It drops down and we think, oh, geez, I can't do that. I'll never have the money to get into that college for that program, or I don't have the right type of influence to get into there, or I don't have a silver spoon in my mouth, so there's no way that I could do that. And that takes a hit to our confidence. So before I get too much deeper into this over here, I'm going to take a quick break, I guess you would call it, and I'm going to allow my narrator friend, who actually was kind enough to read the little bit of a half-assed written speech over here, and put it together and hopefully be able to put it into words that are digestible and really kind of gets my point across. Because sometimes my thoughts are a little bit sporadic, and that I know can be difficult to follow, but a lot of that comes too from the nature of how I talk, and I just don't follow a script per se. So let him take it away, and then I guess we'll see you back here soon. Okay. All right. Good.
So in my opinion, self-confidence is the key to success, or at least I can say it's the first step to success. If someone has self-confidence, you've already won half the battle. Those that have self-confidence at work or school or in their daily lives, they always just appear on top of the world. Everything seems to go right for those people, and they always seem to present themselves as calm, collected, and successful in everything they do. If you pay attention, you might notice that these people, these self-confident people, usually are successful in every area of their lives. Is this because they're smarter, or is it because they have more money, or maybe they're just lucky? The reality is that none of these things are true. Self-confident people understand the impact of believing in themselves and relying on their abilities. The confidence ultimately creates opportunities for success, and with each new success, another self-confidence building block is put into place. So I kind of look at it as like Legos almost, Success builds self-confidence with each new achievement. So self-confident people perceive themselves as able to achieve those things that they set out to do, and this perception creates reality in their lives. So the thing that I'm trying to get across to you is that perception creates reality. So what I mean by that is that you can become the person you want to be. I mean, you've heard it said that if you can believe it, you can achieve it. So start believing in yourself. Act on that belief, and you'll start building self-confidence in your life. Building self-confidence needs certain steps to be followed, though. So just, I would start out by making a list of your strong points. Note all the positive things about yourself and all the things that you're good at doing. Think of compliments you've received or things that have come easily to you. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's good, just write it down, right? Then choose two of those things that you just want to improve in yourself. It's important to succeed, and by concentrating on the areas that you're already good at, you'll have a better chance of becoming even more sure of yourself. Remember that success builds upon success. Exude confidence even if you don't feel like it. Talk to yourself in an encouraging way and stay away from negative thoughts and negative people as much as you can. Surround yourself with positive, confident, and successful people. This will become a habit, and it'll build confidence. Look at yourself in a different way than you're used to doing. It can change your life and help your confidence levels to rise. See yourself as the self-confident person that you want to be, and before you know it, you'll become that person. And if you have a setback, don't let it get the best of you. Don't let it get you down. Remember the times when you just exhibited that self-confidence and how good it felt, and then try again. And each time will help you to build confidence, and confidence building will just become a way of life for you. Success will automatically enter your life once you start believing in yourself, brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay, wonderful. God, so long-winded that fella is. And listen, like I said, I'm no expert on, on the subject. It's not something that I sit around and, write speeches about or speak about some kind of, I'm not some kind of preacher or anything like that. I'm just someone who I've experienced the full gamut of things, growing up because of having terrible eyesight, of course, a less than stellar complexion, and a number of other things, I guess that you would say were going against me. I didn't have the best childhood, the best early life, and a lot of that though was because of my attitude on things. I chose to be negative about a lot of things. So what I just said there in that little speech that I put together is absolutely true. When you surround yourself with negative people who are always down, who are always talking about they're down on their luck, they're sick, they're broke, they're this, they're that, you start to just inherently, you start to absorb those thoughts too, and you start to think in your life, oh geez, I can't pay that bill, or I really got to put gas in the car, but I really want to get that, I don't have the money for it, and you start to go and freak out and stress over things, and that's a video for a whole nother subject, or a subject for a whole nother video, about stress and everything. So, I can't make your life better in a 10 or 15 minute video. I can only try to do the best that I can to go and share and pass along some of the things that I've learned from the 3.5 decades that I've been on this planet. And again, I have, I've run the gamut of things, a lot of the misery that I had, or the lack of self-confidence, all of it was simply corrected by changing your outlook and changing the way that you act, changing your attitude. Because when I started becoming more, even as little as 5 months ago, when I started, doing the YouTube videos, I lacked self-confidence at first, thinking, geez, I don't know if I'm good at this. I don't know if I'm a good enough speaker. I don't know if I'm qualified. What makes me qualified to review? And on top of that, what makes me qualified to review, for instance, like with One Piece, tackling this beloved series by so many, by millions across the world. And, here I am going to go and I'm going to review every chapter of it. So I lacked some of that confidence and some of the pronunciations in the world and some of those things. And I'm still learning, don't get me wrong, but I have 1,000% better confidence and outlook on what I do, and a grip on what I do, because I've relaxed and I've gotten to the point where, it isn't so much that I don't care what others think. I'm always trying to improve and build upon it, but I have the confidence that I'm doing a good job and that I'm working as hard as I possibly can, that I am being the best that I can be with it. So I certainly hope that no one takes this in a negative way. And to tell you the truth, if you would like to participate, as I've gotten to know many of you through your comments, through your private messages, through Facebook things, stuff like that, what, like I said, is absolutely true. Start out by making a list of things that you're good at, that people have told you that you're good at, or things that you know that you're good at. And if you feel like, and you don't have to, but if you feel, if you feel that you'd like to share that, leave it in the comments down below. And if you have any ideas for future videos for this particular series, for the Nerd Nation public service announcement, leave those in the comments too. The one thing that I really enjoy and that I try to make different about this particular channel and this particular part of the community is that I like to be able to interact as much as I possibly can. Now, I can't announce the exact date, but I have something put together for a live stream weekly video podcast that we're going to be doing, and it's going to be very interactive. And I'm just kind of hashing out all the details right now, and it's going to be shortly after the first of the year. It's going to launch. It's going to be every Tuesday evening, so that'll be a great thing as well to bring others in. But I like what I'm seeing on the Facebook page, with others now having the confidence to come forward and saying, hey, I drew this, take a look at it. And then I share it, and certainly we try to get, we get lots of likes, we get praises. I tell you, I see all the things and the postings that I do for each video. Those are seen by a certain amount of people. Every time I put up any type of art that comes from any of you in the nation, it gets like 5 times as many looks, gets 5 times as many views, 5 times as many likes. It's just insane. So it's a great thing to have that, and it's a good thing to have that community. And I certainly hope that we can take away from this video that the keys are within you to having that confidence. Okay. And it truly is one of those things where, when my mom used to say it to me when I was a kid and say, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. And I go, oh, so, I'd be a smart ass. And I'd say, well, I want to fly. Can I wake up tomorrow and fly? No, I can't. The difference between that way of thinking, though, defeating yourself before it happened, and the difference between, like, the Wright brothers, for instance, is that they wanted to fly, and although they couldn't go and, like, just flap their arms and fly, they figured out how to go and actually make a piece of machinery that could fly and go up into the air. So what I'm saying is that you truly can do things, extraordinary things, if you put your mind to it and if you have that self-confidence in yourself. And also remember that there's a fine line between confidence and cockiness. Cockiness is that my shit don't stink, anything I do is the best, I don't care what type of videos I put up, people are going to watch them. That's cockiness. Confidence is, I know that I'm working as hard as I can to connect with my audience, and I'm doing everything I possibly can to make videos that they will enjoy, and that I believe that they will truly enjoy them. That I will reach, the majority of people will enjoy them. There'll always be some haters, no matter where you're at, no matter how good you are at something, but that's a testament to that you're doing a good job, I think. So I will leave you with certainly just, I have confidence in you. It absolutely is wonderful that you have confidence in me and what I am doing, and I certainly encourage you all to message me, by all means. Especially, I see them quicker on Facebook than I do because of the half-ass system now and having to dig to get to your messages through YouTube. But feel free to send me a message on Facebook, through YouTube, whatever. I will eventually see them. I will eventually be able to get back to you. Sometimes it's quicker than others, and I apologize for that. But I do like hearing from you. I do like connecting with everyone, and keep the things coming as far as as far as just the positive things. If you can contribute something with artwork, or you just you came up with something because you're great with digital artwork and you do wonderful things with that. By all means, man, I love to see and hear all of it, and certainly would like to share and express that with others. So, brothers and sisters, feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button, if you should think that I deserve it. I apologize for the long running time of this one, but I'm just long-winded, I guess. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And remember, like I said, just that once you start building those Lego blocks of confidence, when you have, one good thing happens, another good thing happens, things start falling into place for you. And I promise you that just by changing that outlook on how things are and how you attack things and how you go about things will really change your perception, and your perception will become your reality. So, take it easy, brothers and sisters. We'll catch you in the next one, nation.
You believe in yourself and good things will happen.
Don't tell me no lies now, Jim.